Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? This is STL0320 representing JBS. So to my dismay, comfort, and just intrigue, Vampire Diaries is over. The season finale just wrapped. I just went through a whole live stream, full reaction. I went through so many different ranges of emotions, anxieties, happiness. But I'm reviewing. I was feeling epic. This will be my very last review ever for the Vampire Diaries, so I want to make sure I make it as special as I can, but keep it very short and to the point, and be very honest about my review as well, because a lot of you guys are like, what happened? I'm not going to spoil anything that happened, but I'll definitely say that there were a lot of interesting revelations that happened. One, there was a couple things that didn't make sense. I'll say that. I'm going to say that though, but I'll say that for later. The end resolve of what happens with Caroline and Stefan, that was one of the most beautiful parts of this. I think that was, if not the most beautiful. They had the best, well-rounded wrap-up of their story. Theirs came out the way that I suspected, and I actually thought that was how I was going to end for them. The whole Catherine reveal in the beginning, I told you guys that was going to happen. That was really crazy. I wish we would have utilized Catherine a little bit more and her capabilities. What does it actually mean? You know, her being the person that, you know, controls hell. How is she able to reform, come back again and again? That didn't really make a lot of sense. As well as the whole part about Elena having the cure taken out of her and then it being transferred back over, you know, to somebody else. I don't know. I was really caught off guard by that. I don't know. I don't really know. But either way, it was very intriguing to see how they closed out Steroline. I thought that they did a great job with that. I think that Bonnie, she had an amazingly beautiful sequence with all her ancestors towards the end and stopping what she stopped. I thought that was amazing. You know, I really just wish they would have done more with Bonnie. They had the potential to on the originals, but I'll say this: the Salvatore story arc is done. It's no more. It's really no more. Even Elena's story, that's it. You know, like I was sitting there thinking, you know, at a certain point with Elena and who she ended up with, I was like, okay, well, we're gonna get to see the progression of them getting older and stuff like that. They didn't show that. They just, you know, showed her with, you know, the people that she missed and loved and got to be with, and then they showed the same thing with Damon. But they didn't get to show them happy. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we never got to see that. We never got to see a wedding. We never got to see anything. I think that was the letdown for me, because I was very much so a Damon shipper. I was like, find a way. Like, if something happens and Elena doesn't make it and like Damon has to survive and like his brother's gone, Elena's gone, the only person he has is Bonnie, I think that that would have fit, you know. But instead they went a different route with it. Either way, you know, some fans, some shippers were going to get disappointed. So I think the execution of how they brought the whole Delena thing full circle, I think that this should have been a 2-hour kind of thing. I think that they should have spent more time showing, you know, their love. You know, it's like, for everything that happened with Bonnie and with Damon, I was sitting there like, you know, they're going to show them at least have a scene together at the end. Everybody had a scene together but them. I don't know, man. I'm really torn. Like, I was emotionally invested. I really was. Specifically when Elena was talking with Stefan in the school, that was my emotional investment. Like, I was all in. You know, I was messed up, matter of fact. I think I might have cried in the reaction during that. But I don't know, man. Like, the last half was beautiful, beautiful symmetry, beautiful cinematography. I feel like it was just kind of like, here you go, that's it. You know, kind of thing where I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. It just felt incomplete. I guess that's the best way of kind of putting it. And it's like this episode wasn't bad. It was very good. They did a lot in a short amount of time, but I think it just would have served better as a 2-hour episode. I want to give this episode a high rating, but the way that it made me feel, like the latter end, it just, I don't know, it just felt really anticlimactic because I didn't get to see them go through the life that they were alluding to up until they move on, if that makes sense, without spoiling anything. That's the only fault that I have with this. Like, I mean, the choices are one thing. You know, the choices of them going with their specific people who they're with, that's fine, you know. But I think the execution of how and why and, you know, I don't know. Like, it just, I don't know. But I hope that Caroline ends up showing up on the originals. And I hope that Alaric does as well. And it's going to be interesting to see where they go with all this. But I give, because I love the series, 8.5 out of 10. I don't know. I don't know. I want to give it a higher rating, but I can't even give it a 9 because I felt like the latter end should have been more complete, and it just was kind of like thrown to me, kind of. I caught it, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I don't know. I apologize if that comes off really weird, but that's the best way I can kind of explain it. Yeah, I gotta go. And the episode did wreck me. I am emotionally all caught off guard by it, but all good things have to come to an end. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Y'all have a blessed night, blessed day. I don't know where my thing is. Here it goes. Peace, everybody.